Hello guys, what is going on? It's Gaming Gear here, and welcome to a sort of what you would call a competition, I guess, of sorts between me and PandaCondaBoss. There'll be a link to his channel in the description below. He originally did this on his channel, and I wanted to do it too. I asked him, and he said, sure, we can make this competition. This will be a points-based thing. So I will explain the points once we get to the end of this. But these are the World Cup group stage predictions, and I do have the World Cup song playing in the background. I hope the computer's picking it up. Let's turn that up a little bit. That's better. All right. So for Group A, I went for Brazil to top the group and Croatia to finish in second. He went for Brazil to top the group as I did, but he also went for Mexico in second. So, we'll see what happens there. In Group B, we both went for Spain to top the group and the Netherlands to finish second. I'm really looking forward to that match. And the World Cup starts in only an hour! I just looked at the time. Group C, same teams, different positions. I said Ivory Coast to top the group. And he said Colombia at the top of the group. I don't know. I think either team could top the group. But for those of you who don't know, this is the first time that Ivory Coast have not been drawn into the group of death. So I'm really hoping they do well. Group D. One of the two candidates I'd say for the group of death. This group consists... Oh, wait. Let me read out what the group consists of. Let's see. Group A is Brazil, Croatia, Mexico, and Cameroon. Group B is Spain, Netherlands, Chile, and Australia. Group C is Colombia, Greece, Ivory Coast, and Japan. And then Group D is Uruguay, Costa Rica, England, and Italy. So, of course, now back to what I was saying in the first place. This is one of the contenders for the group of death is debatable between D and G. We'll get to G later. But I went for Italy to top the group because they're such an experienced team. We all know what Italy can do. Oh, they know how to play football. They have great attackers. They defend so well. And I said England to finish second because, especially this year, I think they just have such a good team. It's so well-rounded. There's a lot of youth, a lot of players hungry for the game. So they're going to go out there and they're going to do their best. And he says Uruguay will top the group and Italy will finish second, which I can see because Uruguay do have strong players and Suarez. I don't like you, Suarez. I'm sorry to all you Uruguayan people out there or your Liverpool fans, but I don't like Suarez. I don't like the way he plays. I don't like what he did in the last World Cup. I don't think I need to explain what he did. But anyway, I digress. They do have good players in Suarez and Cavani, and they have a good goalkeeper. They play five at the back, so they really defend. And he went for Italy to finish second. I've already talked about them. Group E. This is one of the most boring groups, I'd say. Switzerland, Ecuador, France, Honduras. 1998, France won the World Cup. 2002, they didn't win a match. 2006, they reached the finals. 2010, they didn't win a match. That means this year, France should do good. And I think they will. They have an easy group to prove themselves in. We'll restart the song there. They have an easy group to prove themselves in. I think they did fairly well in qualifying. They have fantastic players in Karim Benzema, who just won the Champions League. Unfortunately for them, Franck Ribéry is injured. That's a big setback. But they still have some fantastic players, such as Laurent Koscielny and Hugo Lloris. And, of course, they have some young guns with Paul Pogba in the midfield. I can't wait to see what he will do. And second I went with Switzerland because, I mean, when you think of teams, Switzerland, Ecuador, and Honduras are not the teams you think of. Honduras and Ecuador, they're alright. Okay, we all know Ecuador recently, after Valencia strangled Sterling. But Switzerland just have a lot of good players that don't compete with the top teams. Like they have Gökhan Inler, who plays for Napoli, I think. They also have Berami, who I think also plays for Napoli. They have Shaqiri, who plays for Bayern Munich and has never lost a league title in his life. They have Seferovic, who's a decent striker. They have Granit Xhaka, who plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach. He's not many people give him a lot of credit. I think he's a fantastic player. Their goalkeeper, Benolio, he is a great goalkeeper. I think Switzerland just have all-around decency to pass through this group without much problems. I think they will lose to France, though. Group F. Argentina, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Iran, and Nigeria. Both myself and PandaCondaBoss went for Argentina to top the group because of their outstanding attack, and Bosnia to finish in second. Argentina, of course, Argentina have a phenomenal attack and a bit of a weak defense. Their goalkeeping position isn't great, but when you see their group, none of the teams have an attack that I would say is strong enough to be able to really repeatedly penetrate that Argentinian defense, except for maybe Bosnia. But I think Argentina, with their outstanding attack, will outscore Bosnia when they play. Bosnia to finish second. They have a fantastic team. There's the World Cup debutants. I think they'll do decently well. They have Edin Dzeko, who just came off of winning the Premier League. They have Senad Lulic, Salihovic, who's an amazing free kick taker. When they get in a free kick, I would watch. Don't go, when they get a free kick, don't go, oh, stop it, just let me go grab a snack. No, watch Salihovic take a free kick. They have a great playmaker in Miralem Pjanic, who's also not bad at free kicks. They have a pretty good goalkeeper, and Asmir Begovic, who plays for Stoke City. And I just think they will do well. Iran, they're not fantastic. I would like to see them do decently well, but I don't think they're going through. And Nigeria, you argue that Nigeria could go through instead of Bosnia, as Nigeria have more experience, but I don't think they have as good of a squad as Bosnia. Reviewing the Group G, Germany, Portugal, Ghana, and the United States. Ghana has been written off by both myself and Ohm. I went for Germany to top the group and Portugal to finish second. I would love the US to make it through. Ohm, or the PandaCondaBoss, went for USA to top the group and Germany to finish second. I think Germany are going to finish first, despite the injury to Marco Reus. They do have a fantastic midfield. Thomas Müller, Toni Kroos, Bastian Schweinsteiger. I can't even think of more people. Their midfield is so good. Max Meyer, Draxler, Goretzka. I don't even know if Goretzka's going. I think Meyer is, though. Of course, and then the defense is solid. Lam, Boateng. The goalkeeper, Neuer, is just ridiculous. He's the second best goalkeeper in the world, I would say. Second to Casillas, of course. Portugal are going to move on, especially after watching that last friendly against Ireland. Ronaldo didn't do anything in the match, except for except for pass the ball to Cohen Trowell for Ireland scoring own goal. That was a nice pass, but they demonstrated that even without Cristiano Ronaldo, they still pose a gigantic threat. Considering teams like Ireland, someone consider on par with the USA and Ghana, they're gonna have a cakewalk through if they just keep performing like that. Now, the USA, I'm not saying they cannot move on, and I'm not saying Ghana cannot move on. USA, if they win versus Ghana, they're gonna have a high mentality going into the game against Portugal. And if Ghana beat the USA, they're gonna have a high mentality. So really, that first game in Group G completely sets the whole tone. And then the final group, Group H, both of us went for Belgium and Russia. This was the hardest one to pick for me, because Belgium and Russia is so even. Belgium have not been in a World Cup for 12 years, so that's like, what, three World Cups, and Russia have pretty much been in the World Cup since like forever. There had to be one they didn't qualify for, but I don't know what it was. I said Belgium the top of the group because despite the injury to Christian Benteke, they still have a fantastic team with Thibaut Courtois in goal. He's such an amazing goalkeeper. Just came off the back of winning La Liga. Same with Alderweireld, even though I don't think he played much for Atletico Madrid. They have Kompany, who came off winning the Premier League. They have Vermaelen, they have Vertonghen, and that's just their defense. And in the up in front, Lukaku, Hazard, De Bruyne, Kevin Morales. Their midfield, Dembele, Fellaini, who's maybe not had the greatest season, but he's still a good player. Witsel. The players they have are ridiculous, and as long as they don't have another major injury, I think they could do well. And Russia, I put for Russia for a second again because I don't think they have the firepower that Belgium has. Like, when you think of Russian players, you think of Alan Zagoev, Alexander Kerzhakov, and maybe Kokorin. And no one else, really. I mean, I know there's Ignashevich and Bertitsky, who play decent center backs, and there's Igor Akinfev in goal, who's a very good goalkeeper. But I just think Belgium are going to overpower Russia. Alright, guys, now onto the point system. The point system is that, I'm going to use examples in this group. Let's say Belgium, if Belgium finished first, then I get 3 points. And then Ohm gets 1 point. Or PandaCondaBoss gets 1 point because he put Belgium in second place. If we guess the correct place of a team's finish, we are only counting the top 2. If we guess the correct place, it is 3 points. If we guess the incorrect place but the correct result, it is 1 point. If we guess the incorrect result, it is no points. We will track these points as time goes on. If you want to see his video on this, I will leave a link down in the description to his channel below. And don't forget, guys, enjoy the World Cup. It was like 40 minutes away from kicking off. I am so totally pumped for it. I hope you guys are too. Remember, like the video, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to PandaCondaBoss in the description. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter in the description below. Enjoy the World Cup and have a fantastic day.